Good morning, my dear students. Today I would like to discuss about inductive effect. So let us go into the topic. Inductive effect. So this is one of the important question where inductive effect definition and its applications are very important. Before going to the topic, we have to know about covalent bond and its type. So as you know that covalent bond is nothing but equal sharing of electrons. Equal sharing of electrons. So for example, the equal sharing of electron between A and A and B. So in case of A and A, the equal sharing of electrons between A and A is at its center. Means A has a power to attract the paired electrons. In the same way, these A also have the same power to attract the bonded pair. And hence, the electron pair will be at its center. Means the center of attracting power rather, is at center. A and A, they equally occupies the bonded pair like this. It is nothing but non-polar covalent bond. Non-polar means there is no polarity in the molecule. Hence it is known as non-polar. No polarity in the molecule. Whereas in case of A and B, where the bonded electron pair will occupies at its center, or you can say the bonded electron pair will be dragged by any of the alphabet, that is A or B, because the bonded electron pair never shared equally. That is very important. The bonded electron pair never shared equally, and hence if A is more electronegative than B, means A is more electronegative, then the A will pull the electrons towards itself like this. So the bonded electron pair, remember, never shared equally between A and B. The atom which is having more power, rather you can say here A is more electronegative than B, then the bonded pair will be dragged towards itself by A, and automatically the B, it will push the electrons, and hence the bonded pair will be displaced from its center towards A. Such a displacement of electrons is known as inductive effect. So I simplify that inductive effect is nothing but pushing and pulling of electrons in case of a polar covalent bonded compounds. Polar covalent bond, these are the polar covalent bonded compounds. Remember, there is a polarity in the molecule. Polarity means positive and negative poles are appeared here, because see, A is attracting the electrons towards itself like this, means A having a bonded pair of electrons, means A has negative charge, or you can say partial negative charge, and B has automatically, it occupies a partial positive charge. Means there is a polarity in the molecule. A occupies partial negative charge and B occupies partial positive charges, and hence there is a polarity in the molecule. Hence it is known as polar covalent bonded compounds. So remember friends, inductive effect is operated only in case of covalent bonded compounds, especially in case of non-polar covalent bonded compounds. Not in case of polar covalent bonded compounds, not in case of non-polar covalent bonded compounds. there is no scope for exhibition of inductive effect in case of non-polar covalent bonded compounds, and especially in case of polar covalent bonded compounds where the electron pair will be not its center but dragged towards more electronegative atom, or you can say group. Right. So remember that inductive effect is operated in case of covalent bonded compounds, first thing, especially in case of polar covalent bonded compounds. So the definition of inductive effect is, it is nothing but a permanent displacement of electrons. Permanent displacement of electrons. Remember, it is nothing but permanent displacement of electrons towards more electronegative atom or group. Remember, inductive effect is operated only in case of covalent bonded compounds, especially in case of polar covalent bonded compounds where two dissimilar atoms are present, and the definition is, it is nothing but permanent displacement of electrons. Permanent displacement of electrons in covalent bonded compounds. Okay, right. Inductive effect, generally it is represented with a symbol I. I తో represent చేస్తారు. Inductive I అని ఎక్కడ మనకు వచ్చినా కానీ it is nothing but inductive effect. And it is represented with another symbol like an arrow. Arrow pointing towards, remember, arrow pointing towards more electronegative atom. If it is more electronegative, సే మీకు చూడండి, చాలా ఈజీగా అర్థమవుతుంది. ఏ అండ్ బి, చూడండి ఇక్కడ మన యారో సింబల్ పెట్టాం, మీన్స్ బి ఈజ్ మోర్ ఎలక్ట్రోనెగటివ్ దాన్ ఏ. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, బి టు ఏ మీన్స్ ఏ ఈజ్ మోర్ ఎలక్ట్రోనెగటివ్ దాన్ బి. This is inductive effect. Means it is operated only in case of two dissimilar atoms. The element, or you can say the atom which is having more electronegative, it will pull the electrons towards itself like this. It is operated only in case of two dissimilar atoms like A and B. The atom which is having more electronegativity, it will pull the electrons towards itself. And the atom which is having less electronegativity, it will push the electrons towards or away from B. It is nothing but pushing and pulling of electrons. Remember, pushing and pulling. It is inductive effect. Remember that inductive effect is operated only in case of covalent bonded compounds where two dissimilar atoms are present. The element which is having more electronegativity, it will pull the electrons towards itself. The element which is having more or less electronegativity, it will push the electrons towards from away. So it is inductive effect. Inductive effect is represented with a I or arrow pointing towards more electronegative atom or group. Okay, note చేసుకోండి. Right. Generally, inductive effect, this effect will be nullified after three groups like this. చూడండి, X is more electronegative than these four groups, means the inductive effect is like this. After fourth carbon or four groups, the inductive effect will be nullified. There is no inductive effect after four carbons. Okay. And X is more electronegative. It occupies partial negative charge, it occupies partial positive charge, positive charge, positive charge, positive charge, like this. Okay, it is of two types. I already told you that it is of two types. Inductive effect can be divided into two types, that is plus I effect and minus I effect. చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా ఉండండి. ప్లస్ ఐ ఎఫెక్ట్ అండ్ మైనస్ ఐ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఇవన్నీ మనకి జనరలీ ఆర్గానిక్ కెమిస్ట్రీ అంటే ఇవన్నీ ఇండక్టివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్, మీసోమెరిక్ ఎఫెక్ట్, హైపర్ కాంజుగేషన్ ఈ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ మీద మొత్తం ఆధారపడి ఉంటాయి. సో ఇండక్టివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్, మీసోమెరిక్ ఎఫెక్ట్, హైపర్ కాంజుగేషన్ ఎవరైతే తరోగా ఉంటారో దే ఏంటంటే జనరల్లీ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్గానిక్ కెమిస్ట్రీ ఈజ్ వెరీ వెరీ ఈజీ. అందుకని ఈ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ ముందు చెప్తున్నాను, జాగ్రత్తగా వినండి. ఓకే, సో మైనస్ ఐ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఫస్ట్ చూద్దాం మనం. మైనస్ ఐ ఎఫెక్ట్, మైనస్ ఐ ఎఫెక్ట్ మీన్స్ ఎనీ గ్రూప్ which is more attracting more than that of hydrogen is known to be as minus I effect. Hydrogen has a capacity to attract electrons more than any element. ఆ హైడ్రోజన్ కంటే ఎక్కువ పవర్ ఉండాలి. దట్ ఈస్ మైనస్ ఐ గ్రూప్, or you can say minus I effect. Minus I effect means the element, or you can say atom, which is attracts electrons more than that of hydrogen is known to be minus I effect. Minus I effect generally they have some examples, that is NO2 group, Cl group, Br group, I like this, they have minus I effect. Minus I effect, simply it is also known as electron withdrawing group. Remember, electron withdrawing group, or you can say electron attracting group. ఈ రెండు మీరు బాగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి మైండ్లో. మైనస్ ఐ ఎఫెక్ట్ అనగానే మీకు మైండ్లోకి ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్ ఏది రావాలంటే ఎలక్ట్రాన్ విత్డ్రాయింగ్ గ్రూప్ అనేది మనకి ఫస్ట్ మైండ్లో ఫిక్స్ అయిపోవాలి. రిమెంబర్ దట్ మైనస్ ఐ ఎఫెక్ట్ గ్రూప్ మీన్స్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ withdrawing group. It withdraws the electrons from any source. It will pull the electrons. For example, NO2 group is there, or you can say Cl group or Br group. Any group which will pull the electrons towards itself. And hence minus I effect is nothing but electron withdrawing groups. Electron withdrawing groups, or you can say electron attracting groups. Okay, coming to plus I effect. Plus I effect means electron releasing groups, or you can say electron repelling groups. Electron releasing groups, or you can say electron repelling group. Very very important. Minus I effect means electron withdrawing groups, or you can say electron attracting groups, and plus I effect means electron releasing group. It releases electrons, whereas minus I effect is electron withdrawing groups. It will attract the electrons. Here the electron repelling group, it doesn't want electrons, it repel the electrons. Okay, and basing on these two effects, inductive effect is operated. Okay, note cheskondi. Right, okay, very good. So basing on this effect, basing on these effects, some of the applications are there. So there are too many applications, out of which I would like to discuss about strength of acids. So important, strength of an acid, acid strength. Which acid is strong acid? Which acid is weak acid? The strength of an acid depends upon inductive effect. Remember, the strength of an acid depends upon only on the inductive effect. Say for example, you know formic acid. Formic acid is strong acid than acetic acid. Formic acid is stronger than acetic acid. Question why? Why the formic acid is stronger than acetic acid? Generally they ask. Why the acetic acid is stronger than butyric acid? Why the butyric acid is stronger than pentanoic acid? Like this, like that, they ask some questions. This is the fundamental question generally asked. Why the formic acid is stronger than acetic acid? మనం ఈ రెండిట్లో ఏదో ఒకటి చెప్పొచ్చు. సార్ ఇది చెప్దాంలే, ఆన్సర్ ఎలాగ చెప్పేసాడు కదా అలా అనుకోవచ్చు మనం. కాదు, there is some reason behind it. The reason behind is inductive effect. Inductive effect controls the acidity of some acids. You know that formic acid, the inner meaning formica means ant. So formic acid source is ant. చాలా సార్లు క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతూ ఉంటాడు. వాట్ ఈస్ ద యానిమల్ బిహైండ్ ఫార్మిక్ యాసిడ్? యాంట్ నుంచి ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తారు ఫార్మిక్ యాసిడ్. అండ్ ఎసిటిక్ యాసిడ్, ఎసిటమ్ అంటే బ్యాక్టీరియా. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఎ బ్యాక్టీరియా ఫ్రమ్ విచ్ ద ఎసిటిక్ యాసిడ్ ఈజ్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్టెడ్. Acetum is a bacteria, from that only the acetic acid is extracted. So this is the some history behind the question. Okay, right. Why it is stronger than acetic acid, formic acid? So let us go into the inductive effect application part. So formic acid, generally its formula is HCOOH. Acetic acid formula CH3COOH. చూడండి, ఫార్మిక్ యాసిడ్ ఈజ్ స్ట్రాంగర్ దాన్ ఎసిటిక్ యాసిడ్. అసలు వాట్ ఈజ్ అన్ యాసిడ్? ఇక్కడ వద్దాం అసలు ఫస్ట్. వాట్ ఈజ్ అన్ యాసిడ్ చెప్పండి. మీరు ఇంటర్మీడియట్లో చదివి ఉంటారు కదా, వాట్ ఈజ్ అన్ యాసిడ్? యాసిడ్ హ్యాస్ too many definitions, out of which there are three concepts are there: Arrhenius concept, Bronsted-Lowry concept, Lewis acid concept. So we are applying here Arrhenius concept. So what Arrhenius says, that if any substance dissolved in water, if it loses H plus ions, that substance is known to be an acid. So according to Arrhenius, when any substance dissolved in water, if it loses H plus ions, it is known to be an acid. Acid is a species when it is dissolved in water. Remember, acid is a species when it is dissolved in water. If it loses H plus ions, means loss of H plus ions. Loss of H plus ion is an acid, absolute acid. This is the perfect definition given by Arrhenius acid. Means, according to Arrhenius, if H plus ion is lost, if H plus ion, it is H plus ion, if it is lost when it is dissolved in water, then it is known as an acid. The H plus ion which is lost in water, when it is dissolved in water, it is known as an acid. But which one is strong acid, which one is weak acid? So the strength of an acid depends upon the ease of H plus ion dissolved in water. Ease means fastness. ఎంత ఫాస్ట్గా డిజాల్వ్ అవుతుంది వాటర్లో, దట్ ఈజ్ స్ట్రాంగ్ యాసిడ్. ఎంత స్లోగా డిజాల్వ్ అవుతుంది, దట్ ఈజ్ వీక్ యాసిడ్. వీక్ యాసిడ్ అండ్ స్ట్రాంగ్ యాసిడ్, they're controlled by inductive effect. If inductive effect is operated in formic acid, if inductive effect is operated in acetic acid, then we can say that it is a strong acid or weak acid. I have already told you that what is an acid, what is the strength of an acid. So here we apply formic acid is stronger than acetic acid. Remember, there are two types of inductive effect, plus I effect, minus I effect. Plus I effect ki there are so many examples like methyl, ethyl, tertiary methyl, like that. Minus I effect examples are NO2, Cl, Br and I. Okay, so in this case formic acid, the loss of H plus ions may takes place. So in case of CH3COH also loss of H plus ions takes place. So coming to formic acid లో ఇండక్టివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఉందా లేదా, ఇది క్వశ్చన్. అసలు ఫస్ట్ ఇండక్టివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ అప్లై అవుతుందా లేదా మనం జస్ట్ ఇక్కడ చూసుకోవాలి. ఇండక్టివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్కి ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఏమున్నాయి? CH3, C2H5, CH3 ఉన్నాయా? ఇక్కడ లేవు. ప్లస్ ఐ మైనస్ ఐ ఎఫెక్ట్ చూడండి, NO2, Cl, Br అండ్ I. ఇంక ఇక్కడ కనపడుతున్నాయా? Cl కానీ Br కానీ NO2 కానీ ఉన్నాయా? లేవు. సో మీన్స్ నో ఇండక్టివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్, అసలు ఇండక్టివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ లేదు. ఎఫెక్ట్ లేదు కాబట్టి H ప్లస్ అయాన్స్ రిలీజ్ అవుతాయి మామూలుగానే. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, CH3COOH, CH3 ఉంది అంటే ప్లస్ ఐ ఎఫెక్ట్ పనిచేస్తుంది ఇక్కడ. వాట్ ఈస్ ప్లస్ ఐ ఎఫెక్ట్? ఎలక్ట్రాన్ రిలీజింగ్ గ్రూప్స్ ఆర్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ రిపెల్లింగ్ గ్రూప్స్. Means the CH3 will release the electrons towards carbon, and the carbon releases the electrons towards oxygen, and oxygen releases electrons towards hydrogen. చూడండి జాగ్రత్తగా ఇక్కడ, CH3 is minus I effect group. Minus I effect means electron releasing group. Electron releases to the adjacent carbon. Electrons are being released to the adjacent carbon. These electrons being transferred towards hydrogen. So electrons will be placed here. Hydrogen is nothing but H plus ions. Loss of H plus ions according to Arrhenius is an acid. So electron and H plus ions, they attract each other. You know that unlike poles they attract each other, and hence the electron will hold the H plus ions. It doesn't want to release the H plus ions into water. H plus ions అంత తేలిగ్గా రిలీజ్ కానివ్వకుండా ఆపుతుంది because of inductive effect. Remember, inductive effect plays a big role in controlling the strength of an acid. Because of plus I effect, the electrons are being transferred towards carbon, towards oxygen, finally towards hydrogen, and it doesn't want to release those hydrogen into water, and it holds the hydrogen very tightly. Then there is no inductive effect here, means the hydrogen will be easily released into the water, and hence formic acid is strong acid than acetic acid. ఇది ఆన్సర్. మీకు ఫస్ట్ మైండ్లోకి రావాల్సింది అర్హీనియస్ కాన్సెప్ట్. వాట్ అర్హీనియస్ సేస్? Arrhenius says that when any species dissolved in water, it loses H plus ions. H plus ions అంటే నీటి, తెలుగులో చెప్తున్నానంటే జాగ్రత్తగా, నీటిలో విడుదలైనప్పుడు నీటిలో మనం కరిగించినప్పుడు H plus అయాన్ విడుదలను మనం ఆమ్లం అని చెప్పవచ్చు. ఎంత ఫాస్ట్గా H plus అయాన్స్ నీటిలో విడుదలైతే దాన్ని బలమైన ఆమ్లము లేదా స్ట్రాంగ్ యాసిడ్ అంటారు. ఈజీగా రిలీజ్ అవ్వట్లేదు, దాన్ని బలహీన ఆమ్లం అంటాం. ఇక్కడ ఇండక్టివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ప్లే అవడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది? ప్లస్ ఐ మిథైల్ గ్రూపు ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అన్నీ కూడా రిలీజ్ చేసి హైడ్రోజన్ మీదకి వచ్చేస్తాయి, అండ్ హైడ్రోజన్ అండ్ లెస్ ఫర్మ్లీ రిలీజ్డ్ ఆర్ లెస్ ఫర్మ్లీ అటాచ్డ్, అండ్ హెన్స్ ఎసిటిక్ యాసిడ్ ఈజ్ ఎ వీక్ యాసిడ్ దాన్ దట్ ఆఫ్ ఫార్మిక్ యాసిడ్. ఓకే, ఇది మనకి జనరల్గా అప్లికేషన్ పార్ట్. ఇది ఒక అప్లికేషన్. నెక్స్ట్ టైం మనం డిఫరెంట్ అప్లికేషన్ డిఫరెంట్ క్వశ్చన్ చూద్దాం. ఓకేనా? రైట్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.